If you enjoy watching Daisy Duke, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel at Borbal Dog Daisy Duke. Hello everyone, welcome back to Borbal Dog Daisy Duke. I'm holding a trachea, a cow's trachea. That's going to be the theme for today's video. It's all about raw food, raw feeding. Normally Daisy Duke has a regular bowl of a complete mince. That's what you can see there in the metal bowl. Sometimes we supplement it with a little treat or with something to balance her diet. This is a cow's trachea. Now Daisy Duke is powered by raw. That means she's on a complete raw balanced diet. We get Daisy Duke weighed every weekend, and according to that we balance the amount of food we provide. It varies, 3.5 to 4% body weight. This was Daisy Duke's first time trying to have a cow's trachea. The smell and the texture appealed to her. She was interested, but because it feels like, well, rubber, it's a bit like, it's like cartilage. It's got that rubber feeling texture to it. Daisy wasn't quite sure on how to get around eating this, but she had plenty of interest. Anyway, perhaps it wasn't fair to have a normal bowl of food right next to it, so that got her distracted as well. Daisy Duke has tried loads of things, from raw fish to full fish, fish's heads, all sorts of animal organs, and this time it was trachea. So what we decided to do here is just let her have her full meal first, and then let's just focus on this trachea over here. This serves a few purposes. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, let's just think about it for a second. For a dog, this is not just food. This is not just feeding time. This is an exercise. Everything you can and should do with your dog should have a purpose. In this case, by feeding her by hand, I'm establishing that this is my food and I'm allowing her to have it. So Daisy gets used to relate the fact that everything that's good comes through me. Everything that's delicious, all the food, comes through me. All the happy times, all the good moments come through me. This establishes pecking order, which is how animals think, which is how dogs in particular think and see the world. Puts me in a position of being the pack leader. The other important thing about feeding a dog like this is it also stimulates your dog's brain. Little things like this are very important for dogs. They push the dog's brain to develop different connections, assimilate experiences in a different way. The fact that she's trying a new food, that's got a new smell, a new texture, that I'm trying to feed her by hand, all these things are quite stimulating and mentally tiring for a dog, which is a positive, which is a bonus. And the more things you expose your dog to, the more foods and experiences and bonding exercises that establish you as a pack leader and a provider of all the things that are good and positive, then the better and more balanced your dog will be. feeding time is a crucial time for a dog, so it's a really unique opportunity to cement some of these things and put them into practice. Daisy Duke is now having only one meal a day, so she knows exactly what time of the day that is. She always looks forward for her meals, and this is the perfect timing to introduce new experiences. Feeding time is so crucial that we've decided to do this video, and actually possibly the next video as well, because there are certain things we need to consider when feeding. Doesn't matter if you're feeding kibble or raw food, but there are certain things that you need to take into account when feeding your dog. It's such an important component of your dog's nutrition, but also your dog's assimilation of pack mentality and pack leadership, that we've decided most likely the next video is also going to be on this subject. Now, I understand feeding raw is or can be sometimes a controversial issue. I understand that feeding raw is not for everyone. All of our dogs have always been on raw diets, and they've always done extremely well with it. This is why we feed Daisy Duke raw. To help Daisy Duke finish her meal, we've cut the trachea into bits that she can actually chew and digest a bit better. Opportunity to practice sit, stay and wait, and then off she goes again. So yeah, obviously we do understand that raw feeding is not for everyone. The texture, the smell, preparing and mixing, the percentages taken into account, all the nutrients that a dog might need, in particular a growing puppy. It's not always the most practical thing to do. But then again, not all dogs can take kibble, not all dogs can take raw. It's always on a case-by-case situation, so that's perfectly understanding. It's about what works for you. It's not about us telling you what you can or can't, should or shouldn't do. That's not the point of these videos. But we do like to share our experience, and in our opinion, based on our results with our dogs, this is the best method so far. As you can tell, Daisy Duke really loves the food. She really enjoys it, and we're happy with it. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you get a sense of how important it is to have a good, solid ritual when you're feeding your dog, and how it can be a stimulating bonding exercise. Next week we will probably go ahead and put out a video about a new product that will help improve how you feed your dog and how your dog controls the food and the nutrition that it takes from it. There's a lot of interesting things out there, 21st century stuff that I think will be good to discuss and to talk about. Until then, have a nice time and enjoy the rest of your day. See you soon. If you enjoy watching Daisy Duke, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel at Borbal Dog Daisy Duke.